Morning, folks. Good to see everybody again. I gave you a post last night, and I hope you enjoyed what you saw. This morning, it's now about 5 minutes to 11 my time. This morning, I had the privilege, I guess I should say, of watching Obama give one of his speeches in Sarasota, Florida. And it was a little unnerving to hear all of the things that he said he was going to do. He's going to reopen factories that will produce new forms of electricity through electricity and electricity and wind. He's talking about America being the country leading in what do you call it? Fuel-efficient automobiles. Basically, the same rhetoric we've been hearing for a long time, taking money out of the rich and giving it to the poor and redistributing it. The disconcerting part about the whole thing is he kept going on and on about all of these programs that he plans to do and plans to put into place, and regulations he plans on putting back into the banking system, and how Wall Street was first and Main Street was second, which to some degree I believe that. I believe it's always been that way. But the problem I have with all of this is, where is this money going to come from? How is he going to fund all of this? I heard everything he was going to spend money on. I didn't hear how he was going to get the money to fund it. All I heard him say was, I'm going to take money away from these people that make $250,000 or more. I'm going to take more of their money to give to you to pay for these programs and these projects, these pet projects that I have. I'm sorry, I don't make $250,000. Maybe there's somebody out there that does. I'm sure there are quite a few people, but I don't see it. I'm sorry. You're not going to take money out of my pocket or anybody else's pocket that's taken me sweat and time and equity to earn and build as a business and give it to somebody else. I'm not going to allow that. I'll take it someplace else, to another part of the world if I have to, before I allow that to happen. You know, I just don't understand where he's getting his logic from. He berated Bush on his failed economic policies. They're not Bush's economic policies if you take a look at it. The economic policies that Bush is having to deal with now are as a result of 8 years of the Clinton administration. Clinton had the benefit of 4 years of George Bush Sr., and I'm blank right now. Whoever was president before Bush. These are not failed Bush economics. This is not Reaganomics. This is Clintonomics that we're dealing with right now. We're seeing the worst of the worst in what happens when Democrats are in office. And I'm sorry to put it that bluntly, but I sat there and watched the Dow ticker go from 154 positive points down to -2 by the time they broke away from Obama's speech. So that tells me that even the investors of the world out there don't like him and think he's nuts. They went from a positive 154, but in 30 minutes time, this transpired over 30 minutes. I sat there and watched it. Over 30 minutes time, from 154 positive points down to -2 when they broke away to a commercial. Folks, there's just something bad wrong there. That's all I can tell you. There is something bad wrong. And we have an opportunity to fix it. And if we don't fix it, the only people we have to blame are ourselves. We have the power, what little you think you may have, by majority, by mass, however it is we have to do it, we have the power to fix this and not let it go on so that we end up in a bankrupt nation with such a poor credit rating that even countries like Taiwan won't loan us money. We'll have to be borrowing from the Russians and everybody who hate in the Middle East just to buy bare essentials, and we don't need that. We will be in some deep doo-doo if we do that. So there's my rant for today. It's probably way off base for what some of you all might think. I'm sorry, but I just sat there and watched it and listened to it and could not stand to be idle about it. So there you have it. Another day, another rant. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless America.